during maybe their lunch break or things like that. So we're going to go ahead and get going. And we'll do some introductions here in a minute, but I just want to let everyone know I am going to record this. Silva and her team are really great about making sure all the SHAR students have access to a lot of information. So this is going to go on their website. So you can, if you miss something or you miss a QR code or something like that, you can always refer back to it once Silva and her team have it loaded on the website. So I'm going to go ahead and record. Um,
I think it's already recording, Melissa.
okay, good. I was like, am I recording? I guess I am. Well, that's good. Okay, so we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and get started, everybody. Let me share my screen. Well, before I share my screen, let me introduce myself and then another team member of mine that's here to help out. My name is Melissa Terry, and I serve as the director of University Life here at Mason Square and regional campuses. I also work with a great University Life team out at SciTech as well, in case you ever make it out to that campus. Um, but I've been at Mason for about almost 13 years now, been at Mason Square for about 7 years, and it is a wonderful place to be. So I'm going to pass it on to Julie now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Julie Ta. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Associate Director here at University Life at Mason Square. So my role here is to support all student engagement. So we have lots of exciting events coming up this semester and other campus services that we have here at University Life. So as Melissa continue on discussing all the services that we have, I'll drop the links in the chat and drop any upcoming flyer information so that you all have it at hand as we are discussing the slides. But really excited to be here with you all and looking forward to seeing a lot of folks at our upcoming events.
All right. So throughout this is very informal. Like I said, I'm really glad that all of you are joining us today. If you have any questions that you don't want to forget about, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Julie's going to keep an eye on the chat, and so will I toward the end. But like we said, by the end of this presentation, I just hope you know a little bit more about University Life, the team, the services that we provide, some of the programming and events that we do, and just really leave with a sense of, wow, these people are really interested in our success here at Mason. So we'll go ahead and get going. Can people see the slides and everything? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Here we go. All right. So yes, like I said, our mission at University Life Mason Square, we support every student at the Arlington campus, whether you're taking classes on site here in our buildings or you're learning online. We are here to support you from orientation, which is today, congratulations, through graduation. And we create engaging programs focused on success and well-being in life and career. So our team gets bigger every year, which is a great thing. It just shows that our campus is growing, our students are very involved, and that we are committed to making sure that we have the staff and resources to make sure that you're getting everything you need, both in services and in engagement opportunities here at Mason Square. So we have a wonderful team. You know, Julie's here on the call today, but I know a lot of these people you'll be seeing if you're on campus or even virtually, you'll be able to interact with. That's Mary and Genoa. Bree is our graduate professional assistant, and Kaylin is our newest member as another admin assistant. We have a really strong on-site presence here on campus. We have our main office in Van Meter, and then we have other satellite kind of other offices in our new building of Fuse. So we are definitely have a strong presence on campus. I like to show this graphic in particular, just because I think it really speaks to all the different areas that university life is. University life at other institutions that you might be familiar with falls under student life sometimes or student affairs. But University Life, we have over 40 different units under the University Life umbrella. And our job, what Julie oversees the whole operation here at Mason Square, but really to make sure that students are connected either on site or virtually to any service that University Life provides, whether they have on campus presence or not. And so these are it's just a snapshot. I don't have all 40 plus, as you can see, but these are a lot of the services that our students here at Mason Square, it being a more graduate and professional student campus. We don't have a ton of undergraduates here. These are the services that most of our students tend to gravitate toward. It is not exclusive, so I don't want you to think like this is it. But this is just a few of them. If you go on our website or the University Life website as a whole, you can explore all 40 plus different areas. But in the interest of time, I am going to spend the next couple of minutes hitting the high points of a few that do have more of a physical presence here on this campus of Mason Square, but also that our students tend to really need or tend to use a lot of the services, but it's not everything we provide by any means. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. The first one I want to make sure people, so the next few slides, it's like if you don't get anything else out of this presentation, I hope that you remember that these are some really great services that are provided to all Mason students, whether you're a part-time student or a full-time student. You can really tap into these resources. Our CAP services, our counseling and psychological services, we say CAPS a lot for short. We do have a physical presence here at Mason Square, and they come out one day a week. But just because they're here physically one day a week doesn't mean that that's the only day that you can get services. They have a full-time presence out at Fairfax campus, but since one of the good things that came out of COVID, I always say, is that it is easier to do virtual service delivery than it used to be before COVID. And so I think it's just easier than ever to get any kind of services that you need from our counseling and psychological services. We have in-person, we have virtual, we have this one service called Timely Care that a lot of different universities use. So you might have heard it from your undergraduate or other experiences. It's a 24/7. It's a contract. It's contracted out, but we have a strong partnership with them. They know the Mason culture. They know what we found valuable, and they know our students a lot. And so Timely Care is something that if at 2 a.m, I really need to speak to somebody, I need to have some interaction right now, that is a service that you can call and do a phone call over the phone. They can do a video call. It's a lot of some great services. And so the website's on the screen. We also send out emails throughout the semester to remind you. We're working with one of our counselors. Her name is Anne. She's going to be here the first part of the semester. Toward the end of the semester, we also have another counselor. His name is Andrew, and he'll be up here, very engaging, very visible on campus. And so I hope that if this is something you already know, that you want to find out more information about and maybe get on the rotation to get on a counseling schedule, I really suggest you do it sooner than later, just because, things take time. You have to do an intake. You have to find a time that works for everybody. But it's a wonderful service, and I really encourage you to learn more about it and see if this is something that you'd like to learn more about. Next, we have our international program and services. We have one of the strengths of Mason, I just love from my time here, is our international student population, which is very strong on this. And the reason I like to talk about this is that our International Program and Services, or OIPS, Office of International Program and Services, they do so much, not only for our international students, but they do so much for the entire campus culture as far as making sure that everyone is educated and has opportunity to learn more about not only our international students is, but other international cultures as a whole, and how we can really use and appreciate the international student, um, just the what they bring, what they bring to our campus culture here at Mason Square. And so we do have a advisor that works here at Mason Square 2 days a week. His name is Sang Lee. He's been a big part of this campus for the last 5 years or so. And I'm really glad that he actually is upping it to 2 days a week. He used to just come one day a week. And so he is extremely approachable as well, whether you're an international student that needs certain services, like signatures, paperwork, things like that. He's available. But also, if you're a student that is more of a domestic student that wants to learn more about how you can be involved in the international student community, he's a wonderful resource for that as well. And so you'll see him around. He's very visible on campus as well. Student health services. We are extremely fortunate to have a full health clinic here at Mason Square. We have it here on site. It's in basement level 1 or B1 of Van Meter Hall. And on the screen, there are their hours. They're here on Mondays and Thursdays on site. They do require, you have to have an appointment. I couldn't think of the word, but you have to have an appointment. But if you were to their doors open. So if you want to walk in, and sometimes you can make an appointment for 15 minutes from now or something like that if they have availability. But you can get so much done in our student health services. It is really more than people think of it like a minute clinic or something. It is more than that. We have nurse practitioners that come, doctors that come on rotation, and it is a full service clinic. And so, again, I won't go into all the specifics of it, but please go on their website if you want to learn more about what all wellness checks you can do, get blood work taken, a lot of different things if you're a student at Mason. And they have all the, if you have questions about insurance and things like that, they have a very comprehensive website that can answer all those questions. And so just know that that is here for all of our students to use that service if that's what you need. And then the Office of Access, Compliance, and Community at the Mason Square campus. Now, this slide, this does not fall into university life. This is a close campus partner, and they provide leadership and support on matters relating to equity, compliance, access, respect, and inclusiveness for all members of the George Mason University community. This is where the Title IX office falls under this umbrella. And I put this slide in here because I think it's really important for students to know that this is something that you can tap into as a resource, or we have a really active ombudsman that falls under this umbrella as well. And they visit the campus every now and then. And sometimes you just need that confidential resource that you can go in and talk to about anything. It might be school related, it might not be school related. And they are very committed to making sure that students are educated and they get the support that they need in any area that it comes to equity, compliance, access, and inclusiveness here at Mason. And so their website's on the screen right now. Akita is the name of the associate director, I think is her title. Anyways, but she offices out of the University Life office because she knows that's where students go. It's a great place where students can drop in and feel very comfortable, knowing that everyone in the suite is very interested in making sure that they are successful at Mason. And so even though she's not technically in the University Life umbrella, we are very fortunate to have her working alongside us here at Mason Square. And then last service I'm going to talk about, and then hand it over to Julie to talk a little bit more about the programming, is our Student Support and Advocacy Center. This unit, they just do so much. Okay. And it is really amazing how much support, how many services and support and education that this unit provides for all of the Mason students. And so I have a couple of slides on it. It really doesn't do it justice if you want to know the truth, just because of time and everything. But they provide services, but they also provide a lot of trainings and a lot of education in different areas, as you see on the screen. And healthy relationships, substance abuse, Patriot Pantry. They help, students just sometimes just have distress. One example I always use is that we had a couple students here at Mason Square. This was a long time ago, but their apartment caught on fire. Everyone was fine. No one was hurt physically. But you can imagine if you're in the middle of your graduate work in the middle of a semester and you lose all your clothes, you lose, you don't have anywhere to sleep all of a sudden because of just a really unfortunate incident. And so here comes SSAC, and they come in and they can help with temporary emergency housing. They can help with, food insecurity. They can help with just connecting these students to different resources that might help out. Like, this is who you can go and talk to about your home and homeowners insurance and things like that. And so that's an extreme example, I know, but that's the kind of thing. If you ever think if something's going on in your personal life that you wouldn't think is necessarily attached to your academic life, it impacts things, your academic life, things that are going on in your personal life. And so George Mason in university life and everybody that is student focused here at Mason realizes that we have a lot of different services that can help you out. So if you ever think, like, I just need some help with this one situation, please reach out and just ask, and we can point you in the right direction. We are very fortunate. I keep on saying we do have an assistant director. Her name is Marissa, and she works with SSAC, and she's here full time. Now she's here on site on campus 3 days a week, and then 2 days a week she works remotely, but she is extremely connected to campus. She does a lot of programming with students. She's very visible. A lot of our staff and faculty look to her as a resource with the SSAC um, services and programs. And so there are a lot of resources here on site. And it's just a list, just you're going to read down, all the different things that they touch, sexual and interpersonal violence, students in distress, Patriot Pantry, which Julie's going to talk a little more about, financial well-being. They do a great job educating students on different things to think about when it comes to loans, when it comes to any kind of financial well-being. We do a big program this spring about financial well-being, which you'll find more information out about. Substance use and recovery, basic needs services, respondent services. And they do visit social media, Mason 360 page at SSAC, follow them on all the different platforms for upcoming events. And we always push out the events through our newsletters as well. All right, I'm going to hand this over to my partner, Julie, here, because we are so excited about this new initiative.
All right, y'all. So if you have not been following the chat, I have linked each service that Melissa talked about, their website directly in the chat. So if there is something that you are curious about and learning more about their services, you can directly learn more through the links that were provided. And like Melissa said, that we do have campus partners that do come to Mason Square. So in the chat, you will also see our current spring 2026 schedule so that you will have that information available so that you know if you need that person to talk to that person, that individual, you can come directly into Van Meter Hall room in 222. So for the food pantry, we were super excited to finally have this service here at Mason Square. We are officially launching. Opening will be next Tuesday, January 20th. You can either scan the QR code to learn more about the website, or a link has been provided in the chat just now, so you can learn more about it. So they are available here on campus Monday through Friday from 10 to 3. However, if you put in a request directly that you are in need of that service, you can work with them on picking up your order, anytime between 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Those hours, we want to make sure that it is accessible to students at no matter what time. You can pick up your items that were provided to you from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And if you need direct more services, we do have a coordinator from Basic Needs located also in our room, Van Meter Hall 222, every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Again, that information is already provided in the chat in our schedule, so you can go ahead and mark it as saved, download it so that you have access to it. But the food pantry is our service that has been long coming from our Fairfax campus, where they provide non-perishable food items or hygiene items for our students here, so that are experiencing food insecurity. So we're super excited to have this service here for our Mason Square students so that they can have access to more support items as needed. So again, if you're curious or you know somebody that may need the service, go ahead and utilize that link so that you can get those resources that you need. Right.
Oh, what's going on? Hold on. There we go.
Okay, awesome. So like Melissa said early on, we are University Life. It's super exciting that this year we have expanded beyond Van Meter Hall. So we are also located in Fuse. One of our office is on the second floor, Fuse 2500. So if you ever need to utilize any space or talk to someone that can get you connected to all their services here at George Mason, you can come to any of these locations. So that is Van Meter Hall 222. We also have our student lounge located in 211. So that area is where a lot of our students come and have a communal space where they can utilize the campus computer spaces. Also, we have a communal fridge that students can come and just put their items in there. We have a microwave for students. One of the perks here that we have is we offer free coffee and tea for our students located in all the rooms, Fuse 1200, 2500, and 222. So students can come and get coffee, get caffeinated so that they can continue their studies or go to their next class or next event. But we are also that hub where we can get students connected to multiple services or be that a general information center for our students. So please don't be a stranger and come visit us so that we can get you connected to all of our great things that are happening here at Mason Square. One thing that you will definitely get from us, from University Life, is that we send out newsletters for our students on any upcoming events, any resources that we have, anything that's in the local community in Arlington. We want to make sure that students are getting that opportunity to just know what's going on in the area and at this campus. So we are super excited to continue to get connected with you all throughout this year. Okay, awesome. So the plaza. So those that have not been on campus yet, we're super excited to have you all come back officially this week or next week in person. The plaza is a great area for a lot of our programming where we provide a lot of different opportunities for engagement. And one of the great things that you will be seeing starting in March, when the weather gets a little bit more warmer, our first programming will be occurring the week of March 16th. Again, you do not need to remember these days. We will definitely send out newsletter information. You will definitely see a lot of advertisement and flyers around campus. But I wanted to highlight some of the great things that we will be doing this year. So we will definitely have, thank you so much, Melissa, yoga, Zumba. One thing that has been going on the last couple months is K-pop. So we will have K-pop dancing instructors coming to teach you all how to dance. If that is your vibe, we have Pilates. We also provide indoor programming in the Haven, which is located in our Fuse 2500 suite. So we have knitting club where we're also providing different opportunities for gratitude journaling, more of yoga, more indoor spaces, mindful meditation, things like that, that you can also have a more quiet space to do those activities. exciting things that we are continuing to doing is Saturday programming. So if you are, not doing anything on a Saturday, but you live nearby, you want to come and network and do fun things, that is a great opportunity to come. A lot of the things that are happening on Saturdays would be our movie nights and our live concerts that we're providing to all of our students, absolutely free at no additional charge. So we hope that you can come out and engage with us in that way. And if you're just out, in between classes, we do have passive amenities. We have our ping pong table. We will be bringing back our game cart. We have different games that's out there so you all can play as you're waiting for your next class or waiting for your classmate to come and join you, in addition to arts and crafts as well. So we hope to see you soon when we start finally our Plaza outdoor programming in March, and we will be continuing that all through summer. So we're super excited to get started when the weather allows us to be a little bit more warmer outside. But these are some of the great things that we will be doing. Okay, awesome. So, all of the great services that Melissa provided in the beginning of the chat will definitely be here on the 21st next Wednesday. So we will be including ourselves. So we will be in Van Meter Hall 211. All of these services that was mentioned throughout this presentation will be there as well. So if you're curious to talk to somebody from CAPS, from student advocacy, from basic needs, and you want to talk to someone in person, they will all be there tabling and providing additional information for you all so that you can learn more about their services, about what we do, and get you connected so that you can start off the year very successful. So let me make sure I provide this also in the chat for you all so that you all have a flyer to walk away from. There we go, so that you can have more information about this. We're super excited. You can RSVP or you can just show up as well, but we're super excited to have a welcome fair so that you all can get connected to all of our many services that we offer here at Mason Square. Awesome. So that is our Instagram. But before you walk away, I do want to highlight additional student-focused events that we have upcoming as well. So I'll drop some in the flyers in the chat so that you all will have the opportunity to see them firsthand. Awesome. So I believe that we have next Thursday, we also have an event with a Shar professor who formerly worked with the Biden administration. He will be there to engage with you all, with our student population, and anyone that is open that wanted to attend the event. The topic is in the chat in the flyer. And then we are doing also a Lunar New Year celebration. We're bringing in the new year again in next month. So make sure that you come out for that. And then in the Haven, as I mentioned, we are starting our yoga programming. So those are the three programs I want to highlight for you all as you are coming back and want to engage or be a part of the community. Our goal here as University Life is for you all to have a sense of belonging on campus outside of attending academia classes. So we hope that you engage with us, and we hope that you have a great start to the year.
Thank you both so much. We really appreciate your time. Do we have any questions from students? If there are no more questions, the full video will be posted on our website. So I'll put the link in the chat. So should you want to go back and look at anything, and if you're a fully online student, please note that a lot of the services that Melissa and Julie mentioned are accessible online as well. So, you have a wealth of services available to you. Again, thank you, my colleagues, Julie and Melissa. You're wonderful in creating a spirit of belonging at the Mason Square campus. So we really appreciate everything that you do. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Hope to see you all on campus or online virtually. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.